players cutting each other's decks. We'll go down there. Let them know that they're good to... Well, they already know they're good to go. I know what I'm saying.
A sweet Dragon Shield playmat. Like Christmas themed. Not quite there yet, but maybe it'll be Christmas for Belcher because this seems like a top 8 full of good matchups.
Thank you, chat, so much for the recent follows. Really appreciate it.
Looks like Adam has a binding. I think he has the one non-EA binding in his deck. The other ones are a little bit easier to spot. A couple lands, that might be a Spell Pierce as well. I thought I saw a blue card. It might be a Jace.
Minesculptor is not hit in this matchup.
No, it's not. Is that Ryker on a mulligan? Who was the higher seed? I left my sheet out there.
I do not know.
Oh, Ryker double drew, and Adam was 5-1. Adam's the higher seed.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, we knew that. Took about 2 seconds of critical thinking for me to realize. Ooh. Is Adam going to steal a game off a bunch of mulligans and then get to go to the post-board games where it's significantly better for him? Chat, how much does Belcher's win rate go down when they mold a 5? I would never sully my hands with Belcher. I mean, I haven't played enough to know.
They actually came up last time, I believe, in the semifinals, where, if I'm not mistaken, Ryker either won on a mold of 5 or a mold of 4.
What's up, Blood Moon? Looks like Blood Moon recross. Right, is that recross up front? All right, Arid Mesa go.
It's not a blue land. Well,
it can be a blue land.
I said yeah.
It's about to be a blue land, I'm sure.
Chat asking, is he not playing Serum Visions? I believe neither of these decks are playing Serum Visions.
Nope. Adam's early plays for creativity: Hard Evidence, Bolt, Pierce, Fire Ice, Leyland Binding. If you would consider a 6-drop that's going to cost 1 on early play.
Serum Powder, it's late.
Serum Powder.
He is also not playing Serum Powder.
Let's go. What's the Eldrazi you can cast? Eternal Scourge? Yeah. Alright, we have Hard Evidence. Making crabs. I really got to talk to him about that clue.
Just not a fan of the feather?
Up his clue game, yeah. Okay, so Adam does have a Spell Pierce and a Leyline Binding. That is a considerable amount of interaction, given how much he has in Game 1. He needs to attack with the Crab here to assert dominance, for sure.
Chat very concerned over the Serum Powder. I can assure you that there are no Serum Powders in this list.
Adam on the triple Triome draw.
There's a Spell Pierce.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and not recross.
You think it would be bad for him if his opponent stacked his deck?
Yeah, probably.
Crystal wants to know what your clue token of choice would have been.
It's just Reforge all the way down. What clue is the best clue? I feel like it's not the feather, though.
You don't know. You just know it's not the feather.
I'd know it when I saw it. I know I have a bunch of clues in my cube, and I know it's not that one. The ideal clue token would be Tireless Tracker and Thraven Inspector holding hands and running away through the forest.
There you go.
They're best friends. They're clue best friends.
I think that it would be miniature copies of the Disney Channel original movie. Get a clue. With, I think, was that Lindsay Lohan?
Sounds right. Just the board game clue. Just let's throw it out there.
Oh,
ooh, Leah's cats and cantrips token for the clues is pretty sweet. It's like a cat with a question box.
Sure. Chat's saying just an image of the game clue.
Yeah. a photo.
Blood Moon comes down.
That is pretty solid here.
Does it matter?
Adam has a Leyline binding, so yeah. You won't have a white source after.
Well, the reason that I mean, I guess it matters if the Belcher, but like, so if
Adam's gonna go get his island. Does he have an island?
No, the reason that I say that doesn't matter,
guy.
right, is if you make a token and you have
a creativity.
You have a creativity, then it's just like,
or the one of Transmogrify. Yeah, that's fine either way. It removes Adam's ability to interact. He doesn't have a basic island, so the Spell Pierce is off the table now, and so is Leyline Binding. The only thing he can do to get those cards back into play is Fable and start making treasures.
Why doesn't he get the token?
Yes.
That doesn't work. He's trying to...
Yeah, that does not work. Okay. Alright, we figured it out. Yeah, so he could float a white and do that, but then he doesn't have enough types. Because he would have a huge heap of mountains.
Oh, this is what I expected to happen here. I think Adam might have stolen this one.
Yeah, that mulligan taking cards out is a little rough. So that's an Ironcrag feat, and I didn't see the second card discarded. It's going to be another Ironcrag feat and a Belcher on top. It always is.
All right, and that'll do it.
That'll do it. Double Archons. All right, so post board. Adam has some Besejus, some Veils that don't work. The Blossoming Calm is the secret tech.
Sure.
Chris Troy had Blossoming Calm, man. He could have done it in the Elementals deck, but he died. Lost to Clint. So we have some Besejus, Mystical Disputes, Flush of Storms, Gust. Do you bring in Gust? Yeah, it's interaction.
The problem is like
he has so many blank cards.
Yeah,
it has to be better than something in his deck.
I guess that's probably true.
It doesn't feel good though.
I mean, I definitely am boarding in the Fluster Storms. I'm definitely boarding in
Disputes.
I might go pretty hard here. Wait, why doesn't Leyline of the Void help?
They don't need their graveyard.
Well, don't they have to have that for their Noxious Revival?
Yeah, I mean, for a one of Noxious Revival, sure.
Wasn't the Noxious Revival part of the combo? Don't they have to?
No.
Oh, I thought that they needed to put... Why did I think that they had to revival something?
Revival lets them, like, reforge and get something back, potentially.
Okay. I don't know, man.
You don't need it for the straightforward wins, right?
Sure. Yeah, I think Beseju comes in, Gus comes in, Fluster Storm, and Dispute.
So Adam has eight cards to bring in. What are we expecting from Belcher here?
Magus of the Moon.
It's probably not worth dead gunning, right?
No, I don't think the Pyromancer Ascension comes in this matchup either. I think that's what this matchup is doing. What
I
is?
feel like having
Does-
blood moon main deck actually waters down your Pyromancer's Ascension plan a little bit because people are more likely to bring in like things like the Besages and more
Sure.
interaction that way.
Sure.
Maybe you don't care. Maybe that's a fine plan.
Deck's already presented though.
Well, we'll see how this goes. Run and go check in on our other semifinals.
All right. Presented decks here. Cut these up.
Clint on Rhinos. Up a game. Over Titan. Clint, a very experienced Titan player. I trust him to know how to combat that deck and play well. So Adam has a Fable, creativity, taking a mulligan. Where's Adam's sideboard mind grind? Clint and I literally discussed mind grind this morning as we were driving here.
Did you?
Yeah, it's so good in the Cascade decks against Belcher. You just win. You just board out your Rhinos, you Cascade into mind grind, game over. Unless you have an Noxious Revival, I guess. Yeah, super interesting card. Clint decided it probably wasn't worth it for the one Belcher player in the room, and now the one Belcher player in the room is in the semifinals. All right, so Adam has a Ren. Looks like he has a Binding.
Tanking a little bit on this one. Oh, did we not put a card on the bottom?
No, he has 6 right now.
Okay. One of the things I'm grateful for Ryker is that I'm pretty exhausted this late into the day covering Magic, and gives me a little break.
A brief reprieve.
Yeah.
Because Ryker is attempting to not play Magic.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool that there's still like a few combo decks. I'm not a. I really like creature combo decks. I like combo decks that have like a fair backup plan and that can.
The good ones.
I mean, no, the creature combos decks historically are not awesome in Modern, but unless they're degenerate Birthing Pod.
I was gonna say Birthing Pod was a deck for quite a while.
Birthing Pod is a completely different animal, but I enjoy those decks. It feels like you get to play a lot more Magic.
Chat saying that the creativity deck doesn't play that much Magic either, and
look, man, I'm rooting for the lesser two villains here. That's where I'm at. I think cheesing in Archons is also kind of lame.
Yeah, both definitely like combo-esque. Trying not.
We're working on the fringes of what we consider Magic.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like Belcher isn't that different than Storm doing well.
Yeah.
All right, Ren.
All right, shields down. Adam does have a Spell Pierce. Interesting choice that he chose to get the Judge Trial.
That looks like.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Leyline Binding. What's up?
Is he a genius all of a sudden? Because the Spell Pierce now can get rid of the Pact Negation.
Yeah.
So if he had done it the other way, he actually wouldn't have been able to double spell.
Or if he has a Beseiju, he can just win, right? He can just kill the Belcher and win on upkeep.
Sure. Wow. Wait. What? How do you can't pay for both packs?
He can respond if he has a ritual to add mana and then Belcher with the pack triggers on the stack.
Oh.
Oh, it's only 3.
Oh, we're just dorky.
Yeah, we're
Chat told us.
It's 4 and 3, not 3 and 4. Yeah. So it didn't matter if Adam had the.
Chat, we don't pay for packs up in here.
Yeah, it didn't matter if Adam had the spell pierce up. It was just gonna get packed it either way.
Luckily, chat full of the Belcher Discord so that they can keep us in check.
Sure. Hey, at least I understood that he was not paying for packs or dying to it without a Beseiju or something. Oh, that'd have been so clean. Just like get the binding packed and then Beseiju. That'd have been hot. What a way to win a game of Magic that would be. Alright, Adam's on the play this time.
There's no chance that like you change sideboard cards in between games in this matchup, right?
No. I don't think you have enough options. Adam has Veils. Is he considering Veils now?
What is the Achroma for in the board?
I have no idea. Chat, what is the Achroma Angel of Fury for? Is this just like Ryker's favorite card, and he's just like flexing on the tournament by saying he only needs a 14-card sideboard, or does this have actual functionality here?
Like if you let's say that you ramp this into play. Like what? How is that better than any other red big dumb thing?
I don't know. It's pro white and blue. It slaps.
I like that I transitioned to change the game score and didn't do it. Real late night producer stuff for the end of this tournament.
It's an 8-drop too. Like you can't even Iron Crag it. Assuming that it's mirroring the white Achroma, which I know is an 8-drop.
Oh, oops. Somebody turned off the other computer.
The one that the camera's on?
Yeah. We will be right back. What did chat say to your question, though? Achroma is spice versus blue-white.
Okay. I accept the premise. I don't know how. Can she not be countered? Achroma Angel of Fury.
I think it is. The spell can't be countered. It cannot be countered.
Okay.
All right. We have tap land versus tap land into 2 lands. All right. And try to make a treasure. This one that makes a treasure, right?
Yep. Strike it rich.
Thank you so much, Morgan, for the Prime sub. Really appreciate it.
I'll go with the Steam Vents. He's getting the extra blue source on the mountain. Could have multiple interactive spells. I didn't get a chance to see his hand.
I kind of like this Gust.
Yeah, that seems like a fine use of Gust. So he has a Flusterstorm. Archon's not the card you want to see in your hand. If you hard cast an Archon in this matchup, something has gone horribly wrong.
Or horribly right.
Horribly right for Adam, I guess. I mean, that's definitely not Plan A.
I don't even know that it's Plan C, but it doesn't mean it's not a plan.
I mean, he won with like Plan F last round.
Yeah, that's true.
With Archon's Unmoored Egoed out and Dwarf Beatdown.
Single dwarf.
Single Dwarf and a flipped Fable.
I think Mana Confluence did a lot of that damage for him, though.
Fair enough.
Alright, we do have...
We have a Dwarf. How many Spike Field Hazards? 4? Yeah, that makes sense. Dwarves far more susceptible to dying than
crabs.
Yeah.
I don't know how big those crabs are.
Notably, dwarves also cost.
Oh, I like that Flusterstorm too. We're gonna discard, draw 2.
The 7-card hand. Oh, he does have a Veil. Yeah, I record the Veil, but choked on mana. Archon. Does he have creativity? If he has a creativity here, it'd be pretty huge.
Does creativity matter? Because wasn't there a Belcher in?
And he still choked on resource. I didn't see if he could do it. We're on Dwarf Beats. There we go. Hitting the treasure over the second dwarf feels wrong. I guess it depends on his hand, but I guess it doesn't matter. The 2 Archons are going to be 6 damage this turn and 18 next turn. Shields down. Does he have it? Adam bottoming literally all his interaction. Where's this other Archon? Might have boarded one out. That might be the only other one.
Here's my deck.
Oh, I always forget that creativity shuffles.
It does
instead of bottom. It feels like it should be randomized on the bottom, but it shuffles. All right. Okay, creativity or not creativity.
Yeah, that Veil was not going to be doing much for a second there. So.
Belcher stands. What do we got? How hard is it to win from this position? Actually, the Veil could matter. Well, the Veil would matter if Adam had not kept the dwarf. It is a heads-up play to beat Veil.
Oh man, I forgot to update the round. Okay. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either.
Oh, he shut his hand.
He started playing cards.
Like I thought he was actually playing.
Was he like, yeah, recross, reforged?
I was so confused. All right, so that will mean that Adam will move on to the finals with creativity.
Wow.
Thank you so much to the Belcher folks once again for joining. If you want to stay, you're obviously welcome.
All right, we're back. We're here with Adam.
How's it going?
Adam, you won.
I won.
Congrats. You beat Belcher.
Yep. That was crazy.
Yeah, the unfavored matchup that nobody in the top 8 wanted to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it. So Adam's gonna win the whole event. Clint's gonna concede. So Adam, how many games of this do you have? How many creativity games?
I played 3 games last night. I got a bye last night, so I only played 3 games
3
last
rounds.
night. 3 rounds of Magic last night with it. Talked some decklist choices over last night and ended up winning this tournament with it. So.
Added some leyline bindings. Would you change anything on the list?
I don't know. I think.
Clint was telling me that he told you to play a third Spell Pierce.
Yeah, I think maybe the third Spell Pierce honestly could be good somewhere. I think Jace the Mind Sculptor overperformed in the matches that it was in. I think the one is perfect in the list.
Did you board it out a lot?
I did board it out against like Belcher, against I think like Hammer Time and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it was very good in the matches where you wanted it, and then it was
having easy board out cards.
Exactly. This card, yeah, that was one thing that I really had challenges with today. Was there was some matchups where it just felt like there was too many cards you wanted to bring in, and I probably overboarded a little bit in my loss to Breach, but it was just like I boarded in 8 cards: the Ley Lines, the Mystical Disputes, and then it was just hard trying to find cards to take out.
Yeah. Did you board in 8 against Belcher?
Belcher was the 2 Besejus, the 2 Flusterstorms, the 2 Gus, and then a mystical, just one mystical dispute. Okay. Yeah, felt like I wanted one more counter, but just paying 3 probably is too much. So
yeah, it's good for winning those counter wars. I mean, if you can clip a pact with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall happy with the deck. I mean, you can only be so unhappy with your deck choice, right? You're
exactly.
Like, oh,
yeah.
Maybe that third Spell Pierce would have made my day better. No, you won, dude. You're having a great day.
Yeah, Clint was talking about remands. I think I probably could have played 2 in the board. Last minute board changes were a little rough because.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, show that to the camera there.
Some sideboard adjustments here.
Yeah. So I was playing 2 Force of Vigors in the board last night, and then when we cut the Explorers for Leyline bindings, you can't play Force of Vigor without green cards, so...
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then it was, were the Gust added?
The second Gust was great. Like, boarded in against Belcher, hit the 1-drop treasure thing or whatever.
Yeah, your sequence stacking was really good. I mean, you gotta clip the Strike It Rich, and then you had the counterspell for the Metamorphose as well.
Yeah.
Just really slowing him down and forcing the issue.
Yeah, I felt like as long as I could live a couple more turns, I felt good about that round. So I was just trying to counter the early stuff and see if we get there.
All right, so the key to success is just throwing Leyline bindings in decks that don't play white, right?
I guess so. I think it's really good. Aaron will tell you more about how much that card is crazy.
I will. I called it as the best card in the set before this whole set was even spoiled.
I'm on the train now.
You did have the awkward interaction where you couldn't hit the Blood Moon.
Yeah.
You can float the white mana and end up with like one type.
Yeah.
It's a 5 mana Leyline. It can clip the Blood Moon, but it's very expensive.
Drawing the card actually ended up being better too because I drew a card, and then the land I needed was right under that one, so it actually worked out because I got the dwarf or whatever, and then was able to creativity for 2 and get there. So
free dwarves. All right, what was the hardest matchup you played all day?
Breach was disgusting. That was not a fun matchup to play. They mulled to 5 in game 1, and then I thought I had an okay hand, and then they killed my guy I was trying to transmogrify. And then they comboed me on like turn 4, and it was just like, okay, well this matchup sucks. So,
like, all right, well.
Yeah, and then like just boarding in that matchup was horrible. I feel like the Nature's Claims we talked about last night probably would have been good in that matchup.
I loaned out my claims. They're in the scales deck that I gave somebody. I looked to see if I had more for you this morning, but you didn't need them. It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite moment from today?
Yeah, I think it was round 2. Game 1, I was playing against Hammer Time, and they had stuck a hammer early, hit me for a lot. I was able to keep making chump blockers with mine and crabs. They missed lethal 1 turn they didn't give their guy protection with, Giver of Runes? Yeah. And so I was able to chump it with a crab, untap, play Jace the Mind Sculptor, -1, bounce the construct with the hammer, kill the Pure Steel Paladin that turn somehow. And I'd already drawn 2 Archons at this point, and then I had 2 discarded, so I like had no way to get there.
all the Archons.
Yeah, so all the Archons were in my hand or graveyard. Jace lived the next turn, so I was able to brainstorm, put the 2 Archons back on top of my library, draw an creativity off the Jace, and then hit 2 Archons right off, flip the game, won the game the next turn. Like, it was ridiculous.
Absolutely disgusting. Oops, all Archons, and it worked out.
Yep.
All right, well, congrats. I mean, not a big Modern player, like you said earlier on your interview, taking down a Modern RCQ and a big one with a big prize.
It's crazy.
Yeah, big shout out to you. Thank you to Game Grid Lehi for hosting and buying pizza everybody. They're so nice.
Yeah,
They're
can I give a couple shout outs real
such
quick?
good events. Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Shout out to Tyler. He lent me most of the deck, so I wouldn't be here without him. Aaron right here gave me a couple cards for the deck. Been a great friend and been able to just borrow some more decks and learn the format too. So big shout outs to them, and thanks for letting me play today.
All right, perfect. I will we'll hop off. I'm not sure if Spencer's gonna come back and say a couple words, but thanks for watching.